One big question we are getting from you tonight is why we're seeing these wild swings in prices across metro Atlanta when the U.S. only gets a fraction of its oil from Russia. Our Caitlin Ross is helping break it all down for us. Caitlin, what's going on?
Yeah, Jennifer, if you scroll through the comments on the stories we're posting online about gas prices, you're going to see a common question. Why are we paying so much? On the surface, it seems confusing since according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, in 2020, only about 1.3% of the United States' total crude imports came from Russia. But you have to consider what you're paying for at the pump. About 60% of the price is the cost of crude oil. 30% is for the refiners, distributors, and retailers. Federal and state taxes amount to about 15%. The price of crude is largely a matter of global supply and demand. Earlier this week, prices spiked to a 13-year high amid the anticipated pressure from the U.S. and allies to restrict how much Russian supply is sold on the international market. That's because the European Union is so dependent on Russian energy imports. But today, we saw the biggest one-day fall in crude prices that we've seen in months, following reports Iraq and the United Arab Emirates could potentially increase production and add to the global supply. The analysts of Gas Buddy say one of the worst things you can do is panic and constantly fill up your car right now, because that only drives up demand, which elevates prices even higher.
I know people want to beat the price increases, but there's no reason to go out and we are just hurting ourselves. We need to talk about cutting our consumption. I'm going to stay at home for a while. And until Americans do the same, prices are going to keep going up until we start to cut our consumption.
That's good advice. I've been guilty of panic buying. Another question we're hearing from a lot of you: can these high prices be considered price gouging? I'll have the answer to that coming up on 11 Alive News at 6.
All right, Caitlin, some good information. Thank you. So when could we see prices go down? We have a full explainer for you right now on 11alive.com.